Hi everyone, I'm Dylan. I'm here to teach you guys how to play chess and how to win most of your games. So let's look at pawns first. Pawns can move two spaces on their first move, but after their first move, they can only move one space forward or one space forward diagonally to take an opposing piece. For example, my pawn, since it hasn't moved yet, can move two spaces up. It can also move one space forward afterwards, but not two spaces. It can also move diagonally to take an opposing piece. Now that we understand pawns, we can look at the more advanced pieces. Let's look at knights. Knights can move in an L-shaped manner, forward and backwards. It can jump over pieces and is a great way to secretly attack other opposing pieces. So the bishop can move forward and backwards only on the diagonals. It can only move diagonally, and it has to stay in the same color box. So it can move diagonally on all these blue squares, but it can never touch a white square. The rook can move horizontally, forward and backwards, up and down. It can go wherever, but it cannot move diagonally. It can only move horizontally. The queen can go literally anywhere. It is probably the most powerful piece in the game with the most abilities. The king can only go one space at a time, diagonally forward, up, down. It can go in all directions, but it can only move one space. You really want to protect your king because that's where it matters. So now let's look at some openings. So what we want to look at right now is positioning. Positioning is one of the most important things about chess. You want to get your pieces in a good position so that your opponent cannot make other moves that could checkmate you. If you have good positioning, your opponent will not find the moves to checkmate you. So an ideal opening would look like this, where you have your pawns, where you have your central pawns controlling the center, right? And you want your knights protecting these pawns. And if possible, you want your rooks here. Very dangerous diagonal. See what they're doing? They're attacking the king's space. It's very dangerous right here. This square can be very dangerous. So this is a great positioning opening, but it does not give us a checkmate. How do we win? You might ask. So let's look at ways we can win, ways we can checkmate an opponent. So an easy way to checkmate an opponent in almost 4 to 3 moves is through this opening. So you move your pawn to the central space. Take control first. Let's say black does this. As usual, I would move my bishop there. I want this piece attacking this square. If I get my queen on this square, I will win. It will be checkmate because the king will have nowhere to go. So let's say the king, black moves there. If I move my queen here, this is one move away from checkmate. Let's say if he moves his pawn again, then that, my friends, is checkmate. He cannot move is king anywhere without my queen checking it. So that is a checkmate. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how to win every game at chess. Thank you very much.